Alright guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks with Crabber90. I'm sorry I haven't been too active. I've had real life stuff get in the way of my YouTube channel. But I'm back now for a little bit, and hopefully this summer I'll be a little bit more active. I do have my job starting up, so we'll see how that time sync interacts with my tank replays. But anyway, we have a game with Malacore in his T-54E1 Tier 9 American, I guess medium autoloader. It's kind of that main battle tank role. We're on Westfield, and I haven't watched this replay before, but because it's from Malacore, I'm sure it's great. I was going to put up a replay where a couple VAS guys, very angry samurai guys, sync dropped, but unfortunately it was taken from a perspective of someone who, died pretty early in the game and didn't really get to see much else after that. So while it was a great game, it was a 40%er where 6 VAS guys wound up pulling through in the end. It just didn't seem like it was YouTube ready. So hopefully this one will be better. And I apologize to Stiegel and Guns and Stiegel 3 and I think Cisco, who was also in that game, that I didn't wind up putting the game up on YouTube. But I'm sure if you send me more, I'll be more than happy to put that up. So here on Westfield we have the Malacore coming up to this classic medium spot. Gonna try and get some early spots off and put this autoloader to work, and spots a tier 8 Chinese light, misses first 2 shots and puts one in, and let's see if he can get that second one, that last one, to find his mark. He can't. Well, you can see that both teams have kind of migrated to the town, as what normally happens on Westfield. It seems like a pretty good game for the T-54E1. Lots of tier 8s, not too many tier 9s, just 2 on each team. And I know Malacore likes to just chew on the lower tiered tanks. He's quite good, and we're watching from his perspective. I'm not going to fool around too much with it because I want to show you what he's looking at and how he plays. He's always moving around, always checking his back, checking his sides. Spots a T-34 out in the open. I think he's going to munch on it. He should probably wait for his gun to reload a little bit more, but it's down and spotted. Takes 2 shots there. Another shot from the Chaffee. There's some foul language going on in the chat. And what do you know, he crits the Chaffee. Doesn't even get a damaging shot. So now he has to wait for the 34-second reload. Our team's looking pretty good, taking out both of their tier 9s, whereas they've only taken out our Lime and our, looks like an ELC, I think. So far so good. Malacore's done just above 1,000 damage, and he's looking into the town, trying to see if he can get any side shots. Well, the other team seems to be putting some pressure on our guys, taking out a few more, but it's even now, so nothing too bad. Here's that cheeky T-34, and you don't want to be on a flat surface, especially getting shot from above in a T-34. You just want to be hulled down with only that turret showing. A44 gets tracked by Malacore, and now he's going to put one more shot into him, and yep, takes him out. So just shy of 2,000 damage now. Just sit in the same spot. If you're playing a medium tank, this is where you want to be on Westfield. It's not the most fun game play style, but it is what it is. You don't want to be brawling out with those heavies and tank destroyers out on the A through D rows. They're just gonna get, taken care of. Chaffee player out in the open. Reload's about to pop. Great leading by Malacore there. Takes him right out. Now he's gonna progress, even though he sees that our WZ-131 gets taken out. If that T-34 pokes out of that building, he is done for. Our Super Persian charges him, kind of shoves out the bum of the T-34. We were hoping Malacore could get that shot in, but it doesn't wind up happening. So he goes for a reload while he's driving down the valley. So far, so good. We've got a couple mediums circling around in this area. That T-54 is obviously dangerous, and it can bounce a shot from the C1. T-43, he shouldn't be too worried about. Tier 7 Russian medium has terrible DPM and not great penetration. And as you can see, the T-54 bounces the E1 right there. So I guess Malacore keeps his color filter on in sniper mode. Pretty interesting. I turned it off. I thought it was worthless, but who knows. Tracks the T-54 and luckily gets that last penning shot in. And he's waiting for that reload again. Kind of interesting now that I think of it. I have an AMX 1390 and that has like a 47-second reload on its clip. Granted, it has more shots per clip, but still kind of interesting that the whole American line, the autoloader line, seems to really get a great deal faster reload. Anyway, I'm not a developer, and I'm not someone to complain on the forums, so we'll let them. It's been months and months since this line's been out there, so if they think it's balanced, then I guess so do I. Anyway, it's 3 on 3. Malacore's slightly below half health, but he's lucky. There's still our tier 9s left, whereas they only have tier 8s left. Malacore's doing a great job talking to the team, even if he's just guessing. Usually it's just terrible curse words that he throws out there, but thankfully for the families out there, today it's only help. So he's looking, trying to get these spots. Our IS-2 has set up in their base. And a decent IS-3 player is going to go try and handle him. Okay, takes off the track, and this one should kill him, and it does. So he goes to the reload, and now has to help the M103 with the low and the IS-3. Oh, it's a full health low, basically. But our M103 has a decent amount of health left himself, even though he doesn't seem to be that great of a player. The IS-2 does not have a great gun. It's got 100 millimeter. I think it's got like 171 penetration on its gun, or maybe 178, something like that. It'll struggle with the IS-3's front if it's not loading premium, or it doesn't catch one of the cheeks flush on, or at a nice angle. So, if I was the IS-3, I'd go take out that IS-2, especially now that the M103 was just handled easily by the low. So, low pops off screen, but Malacore puts 2 shots. Hopefully those both went in. At least one of them went in. Enough to give Malacore that finishing blow. And the IS-2 and the IS-3 are dueling it out. The Joseph Stalin tank in both iterations are really not stacked up to each other in this game. As you can see, the IS-3 is just taking them to town. This is quite a nice view Malacore had. He should just sat up there and watch this duel finish, but of course he wants to win the game. And now he's got the better speed. Oh, thankfully he tracked him. And he's got one more shell, and one more penning shot will take out this IS-3. Whereas he could take one from the IS-3, and that's it. So, over 5,000 damage kind of get to see what those American autoloaders get to do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry to the other VAS guys that I couldn't put your replay up, but keep sending them to me, and I'll put them up eventually. Anyway, guys, thank you. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back on with more World of Tanks content.